Hate to break it to you out there, but despite the amount of comments that I received on the last short about how much Rangers suck, they still don't. Of the comments I received, it really boils down to 3 points. One, that the mechanics and the abilities of the Rangers are too niche and they suck in comparison to everybody else, which is debatable. The second is that it's too much work or too hard to cater to a specific class to make them, quote, feel useful in a campaign, which is also bullshit. And the third one is that exploration, nobody wants to do it, and they sold out that pillar of the game a long time ago, which the second half of that I agree with, but you'd be surprised how many people want to actually explore. Quite frankly, any class that you play is going to have niche mechanics and niche abilities that you might never actually use in a campaign. So that is sort of like a straw man argument, or as far as I'm concerned, is one. Might not be, but I don't really fucking care. Any class can be played super well or super poorly, and that really depends on how the player decides to play the character and the class, and how the GM decides to run the game. Which brings me to my next point. It's not hard to talk to your fucking players and ask them what they want out of the game and to try and cater to them. You should be doing this for all of your players, because if your argument against one of your players playing a Ranger is that they suck because they won't actually fit into your story that you have already written, go write a fucking book. The whole idea is to cater to your players and their characters so that they have the most engaging and most interesting and fun time that they can play. Because remember, even though this is a combat simulator that is masquerading as an RPG game, most players want to role play and want to do cool shit. And if you're not doing that for your players, don't bother running games. And thirdly, while I agree that the exploration pillar has been greatly diminished and the mechanics for it in 5e are garbage, it is not hard at all to go look up on fucking YouTube, where you are right now, to go look at ways that other people have tackled exploration in 5e. There is a plethora of resources that you can use, and don't just blame it on fucking WotC for giving you poor stuff. Like, you're just telling on yourself. In summation, the Rangers are no less niche or mechanically in-equipped than any other class, depending on the situation and the type of campaign that you're running. And depending on the type of campaign you're running, you should be, as a GM, trying to cater to your players. You should be. Like, that's the whole idea. It's a collaborative storytelling game, and you should be collaborating with your players instead of trying to make them tell the story that you want to. And the amount of resources out there for you to make exploration fun and engaging and a good part of your campaign are out there. You just haven't done the work to find them. So stop complaining about a class when you don't actually want to put in any kind of work. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.